kings and queens? It's your girl, ዄ. If you are new to my channel, welcome, hello. If you are returning, what's good? Welcome or welcome back, y'all. I hope you're having the most amazing day, week, and month, wherever you are in the world. As you've read by the title, today is a little fitness/health journey update. Before we get too far into it, please hit the subscribe button down below, tap that notification bell so that you don't miss any uploads. I'm uploading every day in August. I'm uploading shorts and actual videos, so stay tuned for all the content. Alright, y'all, so I know it's been a minute since I actually got on here and talked a little bit about my health, and I've kind of been able to get kind of personal and vulnerable with you guys due to, you know, y'all seeing the real. Y'all see the good days, y'all see the bad days, you see the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. Like, y'all really see a lot of my life, even more so than my like regular other social media platforms. So YouTube gets the most content and the most like behind the scenes of my like how I'm just feeling, how I'm doing everyday life, versus like a Instagram or Facebook. I'm barely ever on TikTok, so you guys are like family at this point. So, babe, Trey, I can hear you. You're singing and I can hear you. No, babe, like 100%. I have a mic on. Yes, I had to stop because you started singing and I was about to talk about something serious. No, babe. That's not what this is for. Oh my gosh, that's not this video. Maybe in a regular vlog. Okay. Yes, please. Alright, y'all, so as you guys know, I've gone through quite a bit when it comes to my health over the years, and things have gotten good, things have gone bad, things have gotten, you know, pretty steady, like we're in a good spot. Y'all have seen me talk about, you know, my doctor putting me on medicine, and me kind of going back and forth with that doctor about not wanting to be on the medicine, not staying on the medicine, all those good things. So I basically just wanted to kind of give y'all a life update when it comes to my health and my fitness. I know that if you follow me on Instagram, you've been seeing me post more and more of like fitness reels, yoga reels. Like, I've been really stepping into my yoga bag, to be honest, y'all, and it's felt so good to one, just like feel more like myself, but look more like myself, feel stronger every day. As y'all know, if you've been here, like, you know that I went through a really dark time when it came to not how I looked, but more how I felt in that season. And then of course, like, also not recognizing myself in, you know, with the weight that I had on me beforehand. And so ultimately, it just feels good to be at a place where I feel myself every day, like getting stronger, getting better. And I wanted to give y'all an update because I know the last video I discussed for my weight loss journey, I discussed me not necessarily wanting to stay on the medicine that my doctor had given me. And it's been about 3 months, I think, since I've taken that medicine. My doctor doesn't know yet that I kind of just like took myself off of it. But ultimately I had to. It was more of like, one, a personal preference. I was not about to stay on that medicine long term. So I don't care what I have to do. Like, I don't care what I have to do naturally to make sure that everything is where it should be. Like, I will have that discipline. But ultimately, like, I'm not staying on that Ozempic, y'all, because when I was given the Ozempic a few years ago, like 2 years ago, I think, it was before this whole like weird like craze about the medicine. But I was given it because it needed to help my metabolism. There was a lot of things, and you can kind of go back and watch my other videos related or on this topic, but there was a lot of things kind of going on with me at the time. And it wasn't necessarily for me to lose weight. It was so that it could help me in other areas first, and the weight was just going to be like the icing on the cake. You know, weight falling off would be the icing on the cake. So basically, I was given this medicine, and they kind of gradually like increased my dosage and things like that. But ultimately, it was something that my doctor intended for me to like stay on forever, and I was not under that impression. Like, I didn't realize she was trying to get me on it and tell me that, oh, like, you know, this is something that you'll need forever because of X, Y, and Z. And I'm just, no disrespect to my doctor, because I really know that she means well. She's a really nice lady. She knows a lot of stuff. Like, she knows her stuff. But I'm not personally a fan of Western medicine, nor am I a fan of any medications being used long term. Like, I just want to always find like a natural way to heal. And so, like I said, no disrespect to my doctor or doctors in general, but I also know that healthcare is literally one of the leading businesses and or for-profit type of industries within our country, honestly. And that's just the way it is. Like, the sicker we are, the more money they make, the more medications that they push out that only really pacify and put a band-aid on our symptoms. It doesn't actually heal us. And so, you know, I told my doctor back then, probably about 5 or 6 months ago, that I was not interested in staying on this medication long term. And, you know, we kind of went back and forth about it, but she was respectful about my opinion, as I was of hers. But ultimately, I just kind of decided that I would, at some point, do away with the medicine. And I'm glad I did for several reasons. One, because I don't want to be on it long term. Two, I actually ended up having to get like 2 procedures done, like test type procedures, that actually involved for me, or required me not to be on that medicine. So the fact that I had already cut myself off of it was helpful when it came to me having to get these tests ran and stuff. So that was another thing. I was like, oh, thank God I had already stopped it, because had I not, then that would have, you know, interfered with those tests that I had to get done. And those tests kind of came out of nowhere, but those were more important, obviously, than, you know, the medicine that I had been on. And so now here I am, 3 months after the fact. My weight is kind of fluctuating a little bit, but that's honestly because, y'all, like, your girl has been snacking and eating sweets more now than I usually do. Still very active, still working out as far as like yoga goes. I'm actually going to get back into the gym here soon. But I lost, even after stopping the medication, like, I had lost about 104.7 pounds or so. I've gained probably like 7 or 8 of those pounds back since then. But my weight kind of fluctuates, like, within the same few pounds every week or 2 or whatever. So, yeah, I'm very proud of myself overall for just like losing the weight. But it wasn't even just about losing the weight. It was about figuring everything else out that was going on internally. And I still have some questions that we are trying to figure out, as far as like my iron and some of my like different deficiencies when it comes to my blood work and stuff like that. So we're still trying to figure everything out. Everything's not all like finalized and solidified. At the end of the day, it's still a journey, but ultimately I just wanted to kind of give y'all an update and let y'all know that I did wean myself off the medicine, and I haven't taken it in about 3 months or so. And I feel good about it, even if that means, you know, like, it's going to be harder to keep the weight off and keep my metabolism going. I would rather put in that extra work for me than to have to rely on this medication that I'm not sure what the long-term effects are going to be. And I think even take myself off, I need to look into this a little bit more, but I have experienced some like side effects, but I'm not sure if it's coming from that or not. I think I put it in a video probably maybe a month or 2 ago, but I had like broke out all over, and it kind of started around the time that I stopped taking the medicine, and nothing else had changed at the time. So I wasn't really sure if me breaking out was related to, you know, something environmental, or if it was related to me not taking this medicine any longer. But my doctor did tell me like a while back, she was like, well, if you stop just taking the medicine, you might experience a lot of different side effects. And so me personally, I just feel like regardless, I'm going to experience some side effects, whether I continue taking it long term or I don't. But I just feel personally more comfortable with not being on it and just having to deal with, you know, whatever side effects I have to deal with by not being on the medicine than keeping that in my body and in my bloodstream. So I'm not sure if my like skin issues, which they've kind of cleared up in some spots, is more so like, I think there's still like some spots on my back that are still like clearing up, but it was really mainly on my arms, and I think it was on my hands just a little bit and on my back, but really nothing else. I didn't get sick by stopping the medicine or anything like that, but you know, to each his own. I know some people look at Ozempic and they say, oh, this is the best thing ever, and I'm like, no, like honestly, like I said, it was prescribed to me for several different reasons, not for me to lose the weight. It was just going to help me to lose the weight, but in losing the weight, it also made me lose my like muscle mass. Like I lost all of my muscle mass, so I'm trying to build that back up now. But I just want to, you know, get on here, give y'all a couple pictures, show y'all some updates of where it started, where I am now. Also, just a follow-up, follow-up video from the last one that I made a couple months ago, just to let, or several months ago actually, just to let y'all know that like I did, you know, stand my ground with getting off of that medicine. But if you have any questions about just my experience with the medication, like feel free to drop that in the comment section down below, because I know at the end of the day, a lot of people are looking into that medicine now, but don't look at it as a quick fix, y'all. There's a lot of things that come with that, and you just want to make sure you're fully prepared. So if you have any questions about the medication or my experience, like feel free to drop it in the comment section down below, and feel free to follow my actual like real fitness journey a little more in detail and in real time on Instagram at @essentiallyk_. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, quick little health update. I will see you guys back for the next one. Peace and positivity, kings and queens. I'm